Well, hey, neighbors, it's me, Angie. Yes, I'm still alive. I am alive, functioning. I tried to go live yesterday, but my internet wasn't too strong. I don't know how strong it is now. It may not be strong enough for me to even go live now. We'll see if anybody drops in. But I'm still uh recovering from uh the sickness that we had here at home. Hey, Cher, how are you doing? So good to see you. I have missed everybody. Don't forget to give me one of these. I tell you what, staying away from doing lives, I feel like I'm out of the loop and I don't know what's going on with my extended family. It's just the weirdest thing. Um, I don't want to say that I'm addicted to YouTube, and I don't think I am because I can stay away from it if I wanted to. But I miss y'all when y'all are not here. I really do. I miss y'all when I'm not uh, around. I don't know if anybody will come in because this is just a pop up live. I'm gonna wait and see if anybody comes. Hey, Clarissa, how are you, sweetheart? It is so good to see you. Welcome in. I have missed everyone so much. I feel like I've been gone for months, but it's only been a week or so. I know it's the craziest thing. Y'all share me out so everybody will know that I'm live and that I am alive. Hey, Michael, how are you? Oh, I'm doing much better, Michael. Thank you. What a lot of people may not realize, it takes me longer to recover from the least little thing. Like we had a virus in our home. My daughter had it, my husband, and myself, and it was a 24-hour virus. Well, it took me down for a week, and I'm still recovering from it. But I'm a lot better, can function, and so thank you, and thank y'all for checking on me and making sure I'm okay and uh sending me messages. Thank you so much. Hey, Jana, how are you? Welcome in. Clarissa, I am above the ground. I'll just tell you that. I am getting stronger every day. But yesterday I tried to go live and the weather was just crazy. I mean, the weather was crazy yesterday. My StreamYard would not work. No matter what I did, it would say error. It was an error going on. I don't know if everybody was doing that in my area or if it was just me. I don't know. Oh, there's my beautiful twin, Claudette. Welcome in. I've missed you so much. Um, yes, you did find me. I'm so happy. Y'all don't forget, give me one of these. Oh, thank you, Jana. I'm recovering. I'm getting there. Every day I'm getting better and better. But like I said, when most people that have like a 24-hour virus can get over it, like my husband and daughter did. But I mean, they were helping me to the restroom, helping me in and out of the shower, helping me stand up, sit down. Uh, it's bad when you're in the shape that I am in and you get the least little thing. That's why they never wanted me to get the major thing we had going around a year or so ago. My doctors were afraid I was going to get that and then it was going to be the end of me. But luckily, I did have it, but it did not affect me the way that they thought it would. Thank goodness that it didn't. Everybody's speaking. Hey, David, how are you? David, I don't know if you know this or not, but I've been lurking around your channel, and checking it out. I don't know if you know, you probably don't know that if I've been lurking, you would not have any idea. But I have been. I lurk around a lot of channels that I don't go into. Uh, Thank you, David. I leave a like, and I've been tempted to come in and just chat, but I go into so many chats with people that go live that I don't know. Sometimes I just like to sit back in the back of the room like a back pew. They call them a back pew Baptist. You know, you sit in the back, and you have your own little spot in the back of the church. You don't want to speak to anybody, but you want to be in church. I know that sounds so bad, but I mean, I do. Hey, Jennifer, how are you doing? Welcome in. I am so happy that y'all decided to drop by and see me today. James is home today. He's off today and he goes back to work Monday night. He and I were planning our anniversary and my birthday getaway this morning. We're going to go to the coast on our anniversary and my birthday because our wedding anniversary is May the 16th. My birthday is May the 17th. We'll be married 37 years in May. Lord, how I have put up with that man 37 years and how he has put up with me has only been by the grace of God. I'm going to tell you that right now. 37 years seems like that at times, and other times it seems like it just inches by. But we've had a happy marriage all in all. I mean, we've had our ups and downs. I mean, what married couple doesn't? After 37 years, if somebody tells me that they've never had an argument with their significant other, I would say you're very submissive or the marriage is not real. I can't imagine a marriage not having at least a verbal disagreement, which James and I never got physical. But I mean, we have had our disagreements. Oh, okay, David. Okay, well, good luck at your conference. Students they're at PE. School's about out, huh? Okay, David, good to see you. I know, Jana. I do too. I just enjoy listening, like if I'm doing the dishes or folding clothes or getting dressed, to go somewhere or to come on live or something like that. Oh, thank you, David. Yankee Cow, hello. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. How have you been doing? You still gaming? Taylor and I were having a discussion the other day. She and I were talking about how long that her dad and I had been married. And I said, you know what? Come to think of it, Dad and I never had a disagreement really until we had children. And then after we had a child, we disagreed a lot. And it stands to reason because he was brought up one way and raised one way. I was brought up and raised another way. And you try to mesh those two together to raise one child and you have conflicts. He wanted to raise them like this. I wanted to raise them like that. But finally, we come to an agreement how we wanted to raise our children. First and foremost, we wanted to be a Christian home and they wanted them in church. And the discipline was the main reason that we disagreed. He wanted to discipline one way and I wanted to discipline another way, but we compromised. Oh yeah, we got to get a snack going in here. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't offer a snack. Let me share this with y'all. Since I had the virus or whatever it was, my appetite has not come back, which I'm not arguing. I'm not mad about that. Not mad about that at all. But nothing tastes good. I don't desire to have anything. You know those sparkling carbonated drinks that I was drinking? I just don't want those anymore. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I don't want to eat anything. I guess because I got so sick that I'm afraid that I'm just going to be sick again. And I hadn't been wanting to eat. So that's probably why I haven't offered you a snack. But y'all know y'all welcome to anything I have. Thank you, Michael. Hey, Nana, how are you? Y'all need to check out Nana. They have auctions, and I haven't been frequenting the whole time because of my sickness, and I've been trying to recover from it, and I've been missing all of them. They have Donna on there now that's subbing some when another person's out. Y'all need to go over there and check her out if nothing else. Now, Nana, you know, is great. You have Victoria, you have Dee Dee, you have Marion, and Brenda's out, but Brenda had a family emergency, and she's going to be coming back, I'm pretty sure. But Donna is coming in and substituting while, a few of them are out. But go over there and check them out. They're wonderful. And you can't help but love Nana Tank. 48 years. And yes, that would be a field if they said never to a fight. Yes. I mean, I like to have a good disagreement every now and then. I mean, call me crazy, which that's fine. But I like to have a good disagreement. I mean, what's life? It would be boring if you didn't have a disagreement with somebody. I'm not saying shouting and screaming and, as in the South, we call it raring up. But if you didn't really get, into a conversation, that's how we get our brain to start thinking like, wait a minute, why do I think the way I do? Why do I believe the way I do? If somebody else don't have those same beliefs or those same thoughts. Now, you shouldn't let people sway you with everything that comes through, but I always give everything food for thought. Anything anybody says to me. Now, am I going to agree with you every time you bring something to me? No, probably not, because I'm pretty well grounded in what my belief system is and and how I think. Not that I can't change, and not that I won't admit that I'm wrong, because a lot of people will not, no matter what you do or say. You can prove that they are wrong, and they will not admit it. They will not admit that they are wrong. I had someone tell me one time, it was an adult, and I was a lot younger. I was an adult, but I was younger. And they told me, and it was a male, it wasn't a female, said, whatever you do, don't ever admit to anything. Don't ever admit to anything, no matter what. And I'm thinking, you don't think they can tell that you've been proven that you haven't told the truth, and you're sitting there saying, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So, yeah, people do that. Oh my gosh, Yankee Kyle, that is wonderful. Congratulations. That is awesome. Way to go. I am so proud of you. You just blowing it up. Y'all check out Yankee Kyle. Yeah, it is. It is. And Taylor's finding that out. And I'm sure Matt's finding it out. But here's the thing with my two children. Matt never discusses anything that goes on within his home. And I never did. And we taught our children that whatever goes on here in our home stays in our home. You don't discuss it outside our home unless You come ask us first. And I think Matt goes with that. Taylor will discuss things with me about more than Matt discusses with us. Things that's going on, things that's happening in her life. Uh, but Matt, you have to just, I don't know, and then Matt can keep a secret. He's like me. If you tell Matt not to tell it, he's like, I'm not telling it. But I want to share something with y'all. Hey Deb, I can't wait to get my hummingbird tree houses. Tree houses, bird houses. Lord, I'm losing it. Bird houses. Um, Matt and Haley revealed that they were having another child. I want y'all to know that Berkeley Scott knew about it. She had been to a doctor's visit with her mama and daddy. They had asked her not to tell anybody. So when she was here before, she already knew that her mama was going to have another baby. And she was here with Lincoln, and we kept saying, Berkeley, don't you want a brother or a sister? And she never once said, I'm getting a brother or sister. My mom and dad's already been to the doctor. She never said a word about getting a brother or a sister. She kept that secret, and she's 3 years old. She turned 3 in December. And I mean, most children would have said, oh, I'm getting a brother or sister. My mom and daddy, and they have a picture of the sonogram. And she's been to the doctor's office with them. And I told James, I said, that little thing is sneaky. She can keep a secret like no other, which made me proud that she could keep a secret. But still, you don't tell Gigi that she's just going to have to be a grandmother again. How dare you, Berkeley? But she just laughed when I said something to her about it. Hey, D, look what I have on. This is a top that I got from D's auction. I don't know if you recognize it, D, but this is one of it. And this is a necklace that I got from D. I'm starting to wear, and these earrings say Grace on them. I got these from Creations by D. Go over there and check her channel out. Yeah, she sells more than just jewelry. I'm going to take this blouse with me to the coast in May when we go to the coast. Hey, Sam. How are you? I hadn't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. So what have y'all been doing? I have been running on and on about myself, and I want to know what's been happening since I have not been on YouTube. What has been happening? What has been going on with y'all? Any good news? Anybody? I mean, what's going on? Tell me something good. Well, there's my sis, Robin. Hey, Robin, how are you? Robin, let me tell you something. And I'm directing this toward Robin because she has poodles. But James and I, we so want another pet. We're at that place where we've gotten over our last one passing. But we don't want to get another one because we don't want the responsibility of it because we have grandbabies coming, another one. We have to travel to see our son. We would have to take the pet with us to either see, because my son has a fenced-in yard and he has pets. So it wouldn't be like we'd be entering their house and they didn't have any pets or anything. But if we didn't do that when we went, like next month, we're going away for our anniversary and my birthday, we'd have to find somebody to tend to them. I don't want Taylor doing it because she has Lincoln and she already has enough on her working, him being a newborn, and she has her home to take care of. I know it wouldn't be but for 3 days, but still, I don't want her to have to take her weekend and tend to our newly little animal. But we were talking about poodles, and of course, if we get another one, we want a Labradoodle or a poodle, or Domino was a toy poodle. And they are so smart. Oh my gosh, they are so smart. But it was funny because we were talking about that. Oh, Nana, you are. Nana's the one. You talk about somebody that you want to be like. Nana, she's intact. She knows who she is. She knows where she's been. She knows where she's come from. She tells it like it is. You either like her or you don't. Which I've got that. I've got that far, and I don't think I ever really cared whether somebody liked me or not. And I've never comprehended why someone would care why someone liked them or not, because I figured if I was in a group of women or whatever that didn't like me, I'd just move on to another group. I mean, it's like I used to tell guys, when I was dating, you come a dime a dozen. I mean, and I've even told James that in our marriage. My kids are a part of me. They came from me. But you come a dime a dozen. There's plenty more of you out there. I only have 2 children that belong to me that actually come from me. But you, being a male, come a dime a dozen. So I never understood why people worried about if someone liked them or not. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not judging it. I'm not judging it. I just don't get it. Angie, my parents have been together for 40 years now, and they still argue with each other. They still, yes, yes. You know what I always say? You have to have a misunderstanding to get to an understanding. I mean, that's just the way the world works. There must be some auctions going on. I know this is a pop up, and a lot of people may not know that I'm live right now. Y'all, Sam loves gloves, but I don't do gloves on my live chats. Claudette's dropping links. Yeah. Nobody wants, some people don't, they won't admit that they're wrong. I mean, I'm going to stick with my story of what my belief is. And if you prove me wrong, I'm going to say, okay, uh, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I mean, I can say that. I will admit it. Some people won't. They will not admit wrongdoing. Claudette's dropping those links. Y'all, I just can't get around to, and I don't know if y'all feel this way or not. Um, yeah, she is a smart girl. She is. Um, I know. How did that 3-year-old keep that secret? Um, Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Claudette. Oh, my nickname as a kid was Blabbing Robin. You know what we say, Robin? You've heard me say this before on my channel. This person or that person couldn't hold water. If you tell them something, or if you're in a group of people and they say, now I'm going to tell y'all this, but don't say anything. Well, I'm the type of person, okay, I'm not going to tell it. It's not my story to tell. And I am the type of person, I like to know stuff that other people don't know. And then when it comes out, it's like, I already knew that. And they look at me like, well, how did you know it? Now, I'm that type of person. Now, you have my cousin, which she knows it. She and I have talked about this a lot and laugh about it. She cannot hold it. But she likes to be the first person to tell it or think she tells it. You know what I'm saying? And she cannot hold water. So her sister which is also, of course, my cousin who I'm really close to, she and I will tell Ann, which is my cousin's name, we're not telling you. We didn't tell you because we knew you would go tell everybody. You can't control this. And she'll say, I know I can't. I know. Hey Yvonne, how are you? Dawn, how are you? Look what I have on. I have on the ring. This ring I got from Dawn's channel. She does auctions. And I got this ring. And I think I got one of these bracelets that I got. I think it's this bracelet. Or I might have got this from Dee and this from Dawn. I'm not sure. But anyway, I hope you're doing well, Dawn. Y'all go over there and visit Dawn's channel. She's great. Hey, Yvonne. Oh, no, he has that virus. I'm going to tell you something, Robin. It was bad. I cannot remember a virus being in this house since my children were in at least junior high and school, like before they graduated high school. And they're 33 and 20. Let's see, Taylor will be 28 in June. She may be 29. Y'all, it's sad, but I don't know. Let's see, she's born in 95. And 2025, she'll be 30. So she's going to be 29 this year. But I have decided that I'm going to start wearing some of all this jewelry that I have accumulated on these auctions. I gift a lot of it. I give it a lot to my relatives. I gift it when somebody has a birthday around where I live. I give it as graduation gifts. I give it as birthday presents. I give it as just a happy. Somebody will be having a bad day, and I'm like, oh, well, let me cheer you up. And I give them a piece of jewelry. And I still have tons of jewelry. You would think I was the one doing the auctions. So I decided that I would start wearing it on my live chats. Hey, Nez, how are you? Now, there's a beautiful person. Nez is beautiful. I mean, not only in here, but I actually got to see her because most of the time when she does her lives, she is painting or doing something like that. You don't see her, you just hear her. But she was picking up her child from school one day, and I said, oh my God, she's beautiful. But she is a beautiful person. Kenneth, the Kentucky Found Life. Well, hello. Welcome in, Kenneth. Is this your first time here? Welcome in, if it is. And if it isn't, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Everybody's speaking. Yeah, it is too much, Robin. We know it, but we miss it because now I'm not saying I'm never going to before I pass away because I probably will get more homebound than I am at the older I get. I'll probably have to stay home even more than I do now. And I'll want company and we will probably get another one. But not now. Hey, Miss Joni, how are you doing? I'm so glad y'all are here. I have missed y'all so much. So much. Yeah, Nana Teek's a sweetheart. Okay, Nez. Thanks for dropping by. Love you. From a torque lover. Auntie Mama, hello. How are you? I have been missing Auntie Mama's live. She goes live at 4:30 my time in the morning. And most of the time I'm up, but since I've gotten this sickness and getting over it, I've just been sleeping. I don't know. I just can't get enough rest. And I actually caught the very end of her live. I'm talking about the very end of her live this morning. And I was so happy I did because I've been missing it. She just brings so much. She's very energetic that early in the morning. Now, I don't know where that comes from. I wish I could be more like that. But if you could see me in the mornings, and I'm like, okay, don't talk to me right now. Don't speak to me. Don't have me answer a question. I do not want to answer a question early in the morning. Just leave me alone for about an hour and a half, and then we can start talking. Unless it's an emergency. But I'm in so much pain when I wake up. I don't want to discuss anything. And see, James is just the opposite. He's so tired when he comes in from work, and I want to chit chat, and he doesn't want to talk. Well, he sleeps all night and he's rested. And he wakes up and he wants to tell me what's happened at work, what meeting they had, what he's going to do on his days off, about the garden, about something the grandchildren did. He talked to Matt and Matt said this, and I'm like, no, don't talk to me right now. I'm never going to remember it. But yeah, he does that in the mornings. Hey, 710, how are you? I have a question for y'all in a minute when I get this. Oh, I'm so glad you dropped by, 710. 710 goes to Deb, and Deb's woodworking. She has karaoke, and I know y'all know that. Well, 710 is a part of that. And they sing, which I respect and hands down admire anybody that can go on YouTube or anywhere else and sing. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was in my 30s, I did karaoke some when our ladies would go on our trip every year at the bank. They would send all the ladies to New Orleans or to the Gulf Coast or somewhere on a trip, and we got to spend the night and all that, and the bank paid for it. It was our little getaway. We got to get manicures and pedicures, and they just treated us real good for the weekend. Well, when we went to Bourbon Street one year, myself and two of my girlfriends, uh, we went into this place on Bourbon Street. Now, if you have never been to Bourbon Street, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. But no matter where you go on Bourbon Street, there's a bar, a bar, a bar, a bar, a bar, a bar. I mean, it's just bars everywhere. So you can walk out of one and go in another one, walk in one, go in another. You're just there. Okay, confession time. I guess I should have put this on my video of confessions, but I want to tell y'all, I had to be started working at the bank when I was 30. So I was in my early 30s when this happened. So we're on the bus and we're listening to Fats Domino. Okay. We got the soundtrack of Fats Domino, and they rented us this nice bus to ride. All of us ride together to get to know each other better and, bond or do whatever we were going to do. And we were listening to Fats Domino, and all of us was just, having a good time. Well, we get off at Bourbon Street, and all the ladies always thought I was a little crazy anyway, because I always acted up, cut up, and just acted crazy. But there was a lady, her name was, I called her Miss Lucy, and her name was Lucille, but I called her Lucy. And she said, Angelique, that's what she called me. She said, Angelique, where are you going first? Which bar are you going to hit? I said, I'm not going to a bar. I'm going to get me a cigar. And she looked like, is she serious? I said, yeah, I'm going over here to this cigar place, and I'm going to buy me a cigar. Well, they were just like, you're not. You're joking. Because I would always say I was going to do stuff, and it would just be like, is she meaning that, or is she just saying it? They never really knew how to take me. And so I said, seriously, I'm going right over there because I could see the sign. I said, I'm going to get me a cigar, and I'm going to smoke me a cigar. And they're like, no way, she is not going to do that. She is not going to do that. And I had never smoked a cigar in my entire life up to this point. So they're like, okay, we're going to follow you over here to this place. So several of the women, not all of them, because it was like probably 30 of us or more. But you know, you have one little certain group of women that hang out together. So they're like, okay, we're going to follow you over there. We're going to walk the Bourbon Street anyway. So they follow me over to the cigar place. And of course, I go in and I'm just so naive. I have no idea about what kind of cigar to get, what's good, what's bad, nothing. Now, my grandfather smoked cigars, but I never, never did it. Now, I've seen some women do the little thin cigars, but my grandfather had the big round cigars. So I was like, if I'm going big. I want a round one. I like a big one. I don't want your little Virginia Slim looking cigar. I want a cigar. So we go in, we talk to the guy, and he's like, have you ever smoked a cigar before? And I'm like, no. He's looking at me like, this lady is really strange. Why does she even want to do this? And of course, he recommends a few, and he gets them out and all this. He's like, how many do you want? And I said, one. He said, well, we sell them individually, but most of the time we sell them by the box. I said, I'm going to tell you something. I don't want a box. I just want to try this to be able to say, I smoked a cigar before. He's like, now that's weird. But that's just the way I've always been. If I wanted to try something, I'd say to myself, okay, that's on the bucket list. I want to try that. So I would do it just to check it off the bucket list. Needless to say, I get this cigar. I have to buy matches because I don't carry a lighter. I get it, light it up. We go outside, and I can smoke walking up and down Bourbon Street. That is no problem because on Bourbon Street, you can do just about anything if you've ever been there or seen it on TV or whatever. So we go out, the two women that I talk about that we karaoke together, I light my cigar up and I take me a drag of that cigar and I'm like, ooh, I might not need to inhale that strong. I might just need to take it easy. It wasn't a bad taste. It was just a strong, immediate, okay, I just inhaled something. All right, so then I take a few more drags, not all at once, but walking. Needless to say, I did not finish the cigar. I did not finish it. The ladies laughed and laughed and laughed at me. It left me kind of, like, oh God. Like the first time I smoked a Marlboro Red. My brother used to smoke Marlboro Reds, and I used to smoke Virginia Slims when I was in my 20s. And he picked at me one day and said, and he and James both were like, you're not really a smoker. If you really was a smoker, you would smoke real cigarettes and not those candy cigarettes like Virginia Slims. That's nothing. You just a social smoker. You don't smoke, really smoke. And they were like, try one of these, and it was the Marlboro Reds. Ooh. I said, okay, you win. Marlboro Reds, you win. It's a real cigarette. But yeah, I've done crazy things. You can't always please everyone, and sometimes people just don't like you for whatever reason, even if they know little about you. You could have make of someone they did not. Yeah, that's true, Jana. People, I don't care. I mean, I don't mean it in an ugly way. That I don't care. I mean, it just doesn't bother me that people don't like me. I welcome it because by people not liking me, that makes the world go around. That makes me stronger. That makes me want to push forward. That makes me want to better myself. That makes me want to, a lot of people, when someone doesn't like them, It depresses them and brings them down. It does not do anything but fuel me. I just get all fueled like, okay, you don't know what you're missing. I mean, you just don't know. But it's all right. Thank you, Dawn. My mama was like that. She knew more secrets than the CIA and was a confidant to many, and never told a word anyone told her. We did we just joked she was the information Fort Knox. Yeah. There's DL. Hey DL, how are you? Welcome in. I have Miss DL's auctions too. She has this 10 for 10 thing going on, which at first I was really confused about it, but it's really simple. But she has some nice homemade little things that she does, like these little notebooks, these little pens and pads. Oh, she has some good and at great prices. Everybody's talking. She's 6 months younger than our Chloe. It's me, Angie. Oh, okay. We have a lot in common, Claudette. Hey, Lavita, how are you? There's one of my really good neighbors that sends me a beautiful message in the mornings that just brightens my day. Hey, Gladys, how are you? Welcome in. You know that question I was going to ask y'all? It's done. I'm going to have to rethink it because it's done flown right over this 56-year-old brain. I'm thinking about having a birthday celebration on my channel next month. It won't be the actual weekend of my birthday because James and I are going on a trip that weekend. And so it's going to have to be probably the weekend before or the week before, somewhere around there. And maybe, I'm not sure yet, but we're going to celebrate my birthday. I'll have some giveaways. Yes, we are, Claudette. We definitely are. Lil Piney, welcome in. Have you been here before? Welcome. Well, we have no drama, no bullying, and it's just a nice neighborhood chat. Yes, a cigar is very strong, very strong. So anyway, the first cigarette was a Marlboro Red. My stepdad smoked them. Oh my gosh. I know, Auntie Mama, I know. Um, so needless to say, after we left, I put the cigar down. It's like, okay, check that off the bucket list. I don't even know why it was on there, but it was. Just to say I did it, I guess. It's a good story for my grandchildren when they get older, but who knows. But you want to have stories to tell when you get older. So your grandkids will look at you like they were young at one time. They did do stupid things at one time. That's the way I look at it. Um, I want to be able to tell my grandchildren, crazy stuff that I did when I was a teenager. So they would kind of see that I haven't always been elderly, though they've only known me as being elderly, that I was young at one time and would try stuff. But I'm trying to get to the point where we karaoke, okay? So we leave there, we go into, I don't know how many bars we hit, and we went and got our nails done and all that. Then we come back, went to the bars again, and we went into this karaoke place. And of course, myself and Felicia and Denny, that was the two other women, we get up and we start karaokeing. And I'm so glad today that I did it because I have not had an opportunity since that time to ever karaoke again. You never know when it's your last time to try something. So when you're faced with the opportunity to try something new, do it because you may not have that opportunity again. Just like going down zip lining. You go down a zip line. We did that on vacation one year. I actually went on a zip line and did it. Now, I won't ever be able to do that again. I'm in a wheelchair now. I'm so glad that I did it. I'm so glad that I actually zip line. And there are things in my life that seem silly, but I'm glad that I did it because I don't want to look back and say, man, I wished I would have done that, which I do that now. Now that I'm in a wheelchair, I thought I was going to have time to be walking around doing things. I did my last cartwheel when I was 30. I can remember doing it at a birthday party of a friend of mine had a birthday, and I did a cartwheel. And yes, I used to can do cartwheels. I'm talking about a perfect cartwheel. And that was the last time I did a cartwheel. I was 30 years old. I had to do something new with my channel because there were people bullying me. I didn't mind being bullied, but it's annoying. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't. I don't like that. I don't like that. Bullying. Oh yes, DL has a beautiful voice. She has a lot of talents. Well, you're welcome here, little Piney. We don't bully on this in this neighborhood, but in this on this live chat. There's no bullying, no drama. Oh my goodness, it's my brother, the costume jeweler. Y'all know how much I love this guy. I could go on and on and on about him. And I usually do when he comes into my live chat because he knows I love him. He did a video on planting 72 pecan trees on his property. Y'all got to watch that. He walked his property where his home, well, one of his houses are. He lives in Florida, but he has a Airbnb in Texas, which is really another home they built on his family land. But go over there and watch that video. And then he did a video of the eclipse, which was good. But he's my brother from another mother, and I just love him. And he has live sales. He's not going to have another one. He might have one uh, this coming weekend or the next weekend. It's probably the next weekend. I think it's around, I don't know. He'll have to put it in the chat. But you got to love CJ. CJ is awesome. Oh, and he does videos of where he goes and thrifts and he buys things and you can go with him. Very good. Love you. Talk to you soon. Oh, and there's my sister Christina. Hey, how are you? Christina has a good channel too. She and I are really think a lot alike. She has a lot of wisdom. Very beautiful. Oh, she has that beautiful hair and skin, and she's very beautiful. Now I remember my question. James and he was watching some court TV today, okay? It was a divorce case. I don't know why he usually watches other things besides that, but this just captured his attention. This man and woman had not been married very long, I think 6 months. And this man had invested in a $700,000 home for this woman and just in 6 months. And they hadn't dated very long. Well, you get the idea. But we were talking about how things can get twisted in court depending on what the attorney asks. You know, the questions they ask. Especially if they don't get you to elaborate on your answer. Or if you're not allowed to, if you just have to answer yes or no and just stop. And you don't get to elaborate on why you answered yes or no, it can get tricky. So I told James, I said, you know what? If I ever went to court and I was asked about my morals and standards and my integrity and just my all around type of person I am, they could really twist it if they wanted to. And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "If I got on the stand and the defense attorney asked me questions and he said, 'Have you ever kissed a woman?' And I have to be truthful because I'm under oath." And James said, "I know where you're going." And I said, "Okay, just listen to me." And they say, "Have you ever," especially if James and I were going through a divorce, because they were asking this lady, had she been with this other man? Had she kissed this other man? Had she been in other relationships? I said, if they asked me, had I been in other relationships, or let's just say if they asked me if I like women, and I say no, I prefer men, which I'm not judging anybody on your whatever you choose, but I swing men. Uh, and they say, "Well, have you ever kissed a woman?" I would have to say yes. And I said, and they just said, "Okay, no more questions." People in their head be like, "Oh my God, it's me, Angie is, oh my gosh, she likes women. She does this, she does that." The truth of the matter of it is, James's family, and they're from Louisiana, when I first met him, and we got this straight right off the bat. When you walked in their house, his grandmother and his mother were going to do two things. They were going to hug you, and they were going to kiss you on this cheek, and they were going to kiss you here. Well, this and this was bad enough for me. But when I was caught off guard and his mom kissed me right here, when I was in my 20s, I lost it. I was like, "Oh no, 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 no." Now don't get me wrong, it was a little, it wasn't like, you know, but I was like, "No, no, 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 we can't, no, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this." And I even go to a male gynecologist because I don't want to go to a female gynecologist. So that tells you how strange I am as back in the day. Now it wouldn't bother me. But back in the day, I was like, "I'm not going to a female gynecologist. That's just weird." But Taylor does. My daughter, well, not now, but she used to. But so in court, if they don't come back and your attorney comes back and says, "Okay, can you elaborate on about kissing a woman?" And I didn't have a chance to say, "Well, my mother-in-law and James's grandmother, that's their culture, is to kiss you on the cheek and then kiss you in the lip." But after it happened one time, I told James, I said, "Look, the hugging, the kissing on the cheek, I don't really prefer, but I don't mind it. But we don't go here no more. No more. We don't do that. No, I don't do that." So see, that's how things can get messed up when you hear something about somebody and you think you know what happened and you don't know what happened. And people will just take it and run with it. DL said, "Oh, it's so much fun." Oh, you have goldfish? Wow. Oh, CJ said, "I zip lined in Hawaii." Oh, we had so much fun. We went to Stone Mountain uh, in Atlanta. Well, we had to go through Atlanta. It's in Georgia. And I loved it. Zip lining. I wouldn't. And then we rode the big thing up to what is the name of that top of that mountain? Stone Mountain, I guess. And we rode the big, two people could sit, and it was on a little, like people ride when they want to drop off and ski. And we rode that all the way up. Oh, I wouldn't take anything. I'm so glad that I did that. Oh, I've been horseback riding too. I love to go horseback riding. Taylor and I did that on vacation one year while James and Matt went white water rafting. Now, I never did the white water rafting, because it's not, I could swim. I just didn't want to do that. I had no desire to be thrown out of a raft and somebody trying to save me or me trying to hold on for my life. So she was too young to do the white rafting. So she and I went horseback riding. Loved it. It's okay, Robin. You can do it when you're 67. Oh, his next sale is Sunday. Yay! Is the link up yet, CJ? If it is, Claudette can drop it if she knows where it is. We had full totality here in Ohio. I shared the pictures on my community page. It was awesome. Oh, Monday. Okay. Oh, hello, Crafty. There's my beautiful friend. Welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. Y'all have just made my day. I am so happy. Yeah, that's the way my family is as well. We all hug and kiss when we see each other. Even my children, when we see each other daily, we do the same. That's the way it is here in our home. When I see my children, hug them, kiss them. Uh, Now, y'all just probably can't imagine this, but when I first met James, I hardly let anybody hug me. I mean, I was some people would say I was cold. I would stand backish. I didn't want you to really hug on me or kiss on me. I didn't really receive it very well. Now, if I wanted to hug you and I felt like I trusted you enough for me to hug you, I would hug you very gently and not long. But if you tried to attempt to hug me without me allowing you within my 3 foot of space, because we all have our 3 foot of space that nobody's supposed to enter in, it didn't go over well. Well, after meeting James's family and as kissy and huggy as they've been, and James is that way, I have loosened up over the years, thank goodness. And now I hug my children. My children are huggy and they like to hug. Matt more than Taylor. Taylor is a little standoffish, but I don't mind that. With her being the female, I'm fine with that. We're French and we do that all the time. Oh, okay, Claudette, no problem. She said, I hate getting kissed on the lips by a woman. One sweet lady always kisses me close to my lips at church. I know. And look, the thing about it is, if you ever go in and you're giving testimony about, and they say, have you ever kissed a woman, or has a woman ever kissed you? And you say yes, and then nobody else says anything. It's always on record that you admitted that you had been kissed, which there's no explanation. You didn't get to explain what the circumstance was of why you got kissed, you know? So my question to you all was, have y'all ever been in a situation that y'all were into but didn't get to elaborate on, and it got twisted and everything got turned around, and nowadays I'm at the age where I would probably just leave it and not elaborate on why, and just let them think what they wanted to think, because stuff like that makes me laugh now. It makes it funny. I just think it's funny. um I don't judge anybody for their preference. It's just not mine. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I don't judge anybody for the way they feel about somebody, who they fall in love with. Uh, that's between them and the person they fall in love with, and the higher power. It doesn't have anything to do with me. I can love you. regardless. So what are y'all going to do this weekend? James is off this weekend. So we may go somewhere if I don't have Lincoln tomorrow, because sometimes Brent will or Taylor will text and say, Brent has something to do tomorrow. Will you keep Lincoln a little while tomorrow? So if I don't have him tomorrow, we may do something. He may take me somewhere to eat out or whatever I want to do. Or we may do it Saturday. I know we got to plant the garden. I know that much. Lots of adult games are like this and dare you to tell the truth. Yeah, we always played games, like board games and card games, and we'd have a family night here at the house. We played Pictionary, and even anybody that was over, any of my children's friends, and when they started dating, whatever, my siblings, we would always get together and play board games with the kids. Boundaries need to be respected. If I don't want a kiss from anybody, I'll say so. Nope, don't care who it is. I'm huggy, but not a kissy. Yeah. But see, when that happened with me, when I was in my 20s, when I was meeting James's family, he didn't warn me about that. He did not even tell me that that's the way they were. And I walk in on it. Oh, have a good visit at the doctor, Crafty. I hope everything goes well. I love you, my dear. But when I went in there that night when I met his family, well, it was afternoon and then it turned into night, and we just started greeting everybody. It happened before I even knew it, and I was like, "Oh no, nope, 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 nope." You can just imagine my face. This little country bumpkin from a little town in Weston. I mean, and this happens. Oh no, 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 no. And oh yeah, sometimes you can't tell someone's about to kiss you like that. Um, but we get back in the car, and James said, well, how was it? What do you think? What do you think about him?" I said, "Well, it was fine, except one thing." And he's like, "Okay, what?" I said, "I don't kiss. The only person I kiss is you. And I am not going to kiss like that. If they want to hug me, if they want to kind of kiss me on the cheek, right up here, not down here, I might can deal with that. But not this. No, 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 no." But I'm trying to think if there was anybody in the family or at church that ever tried to do that. Because we had some elderly women in our church that loved to just kiss, but I don't think on the lips. I think it was more like on the cheek or whatever. But that's the main one that stands out to me is his mom doing that. And it took me years later, after I'd been married to James, several years to tell her the story that I just told you all about her kissing me. And of course, she laughed, but at the time it wasn't funny because I was like, no way, no way, no. And of course, James thought it was funny, but I didn't think it was very funny. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for giving me one of these. Share me out. Let everybody know that I'm live and I am alive, like I'm breathing. Did anybody tell me what y'all were doing this weekend? Is anybody having sales or going thrifting or having a family get together or anything exciting? What's going on? Planting a garden? Who's planting a garden? Anybody doing that? Like I said, my regular day of coming on is still going to be Wednesday, but Taylor's talking about putting Lincoln in a daycare. I was only supposed to keep him till he probably got about 6 months old. So she's looking into daycares now because once Lincoln starts sitting up and crawling and moving around more, I'm not going to be able to reach down, pick him up to the ground like I should be able to. I'm not going. I can't get down now for him to have playtime on the floor. You put them on a blanket on the floor and you let them play with their little thing that hangs over them with the little rattles and all that. I have to put him on the bed and all that. But so my Tuesdays will be freed up again. I knew it was only going to be a short time that I was going to be keeping him, but and I miss him when I don't have him. I only have him for 2 days, but like yesterday I didn't have him, and it was like, oh my gosh, I missed the little fella. It was bad. So I'm kind of glad that she's looking into daycares because if I kept him for a year or two and then she sent him somewhere, it'd be a lot harder than it's going to be when he's just, which I'll still keep him. She's only going to do part time, I think, like maybe 3 days a week. So maybe I'll still have my Monday. I don't know yet. It just depends on what 3 days she chooses. I need to get my garden going. Yes, I'll be doing that if it doesn't rain. It was so bad last night. James said, I don't know. I slept right through it. He said it at one point. He thought he was going to have to wake me up, and it was raining this morning. It even hailed, and now the sun's shining. The sun is out shining. It's beautiful out there. Nope, I won't be able to manage him when he starts crawling everywhere and going. No, I won't be. Now, if James is here, no problem. But I can't keep him by myself like I do now because I can contain him. He stays in his bassinet or his swing, or I can contain him. But once he starts going, I won't be able to do that. Mimo, I like that. I like that, Robin. I really do. I like that name. Well, this afternoon, yesterday, for some reason, and I don't know if it's because it's the bad weather. The lady that cleans my house, she came Tuesday, but I always fold the clothes. I always tell her, don't fold my clothes. I'll fold my clothes and I'll put them on hangers, and James will hang up what I need hung up in the closet. Well, yesterday, for some reason, and I know what it was, my foot was hurting and I didn't feel like folding clothes up. So I didn't fold the clothes. So after I get off this live, and of course I'll have my YouTube going to see if there's any sales or whatever. And I'll be folding clothes. He's gonna cook supper tonight, thank goodness. I've cooked supper for the last few days. But while he's cooking supper, I'm gonna be folding clothes and doing some things. So when we do get ready to go somewhere tomorrow, Saturday, I won't have to worry about the clothes not being folded. But I am glad that I'm back up and motivating. I'm gonna have a neighborhood chat video come out. Um, Today is Thursday, probably tomorrow, Saturday. When I go live on Thursday, my neighborhood chat video usually comes out the next day or the next. So when I was going live on Tuesdays, it used to come out like on Thursday. It's like every other day, something on my channel I try to have out. But I'm telling y'all, I hope y'all don't get what we had in our home. It was not fun. Oh, I hope y'all go back and watch the video of my confessions that I made. I still have to do 6 through 10. I don't know when that video will come out, but it will. I just gave y'all one of it about the cigar, about me trying to smoke a cigar. I don't know if y'all have the same idea about as you age. I'm playing with a bracelet. Um, you don't mind telling things that you did when you were younger. Used to you were like, oh, I don't want anybody to know that. I don't want anybody to know that I did that. Well, I don't know if all older people are like this, but I don't mind telling it. I mean, I did it, I learned from it, or either I didn't learn from it, I went back and did it again. You ever did that? You do something, it hurts. But yet still you go back, you do it again. And sometimes you even go back a third time. But eventually, hopefully, we learn that we shouldn't do that. But I hope that I can film some when James and I go on our trip. More of the garden when we plant the garden. Uh, we're supposed to go get. I smoked fat cigars when I was 20 years old. Nice, Robin. We have more in common than I thought. Uh, we're gonna go get Berkeley Scott on the 18th of April. On the 18th, we're gonna go get, yeah, the 18th to the 24th. I think that's when we're gonna have her. So we'll be going to my son's to pick her up. I can't wait to get her here for a few days. Oh, that's another reason I'm so glad James is going to be retiring in a few years. Right around the time that Berkeley starts first grade, James will be retiring. So when she has a ball game, or she has an event at school, or she has something going on, all we have to do is just go because he won't have to worry about his work schedule, which I am thrilled about that. Um, and of course, you'll have Lincoln. He'll be right here when he starts playing ball. She was so excited when she was here for Easter. She could not quit talking. She could not stop talking. Matt and Haley was looking at each other like, "What is up with her? She hadn't been quiet the whole time we showed up." And she, bless her heart, I'm always giving her things. So she walked in. She said, "Gigi." I said, "What, baby?" She said, "I brought you something." I said, "You did?" And she brought me this bracelet. So I have it on today. This is for a little child, and it's a little tight, but I wear it because she gave it to me. But I said, "Oh, I love it." And I put it on, and she just smiled real big, like she was so happy that I liked it. I said, "Oh, baby, Gigi will wear it." And I said, "It's white. It goes with anything. I can wear it with anything, Berkeley. That was a good choice." That's what I told her. I said, "That was a good choice, white." But I tell you, it's nothing like grandbabies. And now that we have another one on the way, and they think they have come up with the name of the full name of the little boy, if it's a boy. They only have the first name for the girl so far, which it could change. They are going to find out if they're having a girl or a boy, but it's they have 8 more weeks because she's only 12 weeks, right at 12 weeks. Uh, hello, Lynn and journaling. Welcome in. My dad has to get a tooth pulled, and he's in his mid 50s with bone disease. Oh no, we'll have to put him in our prayers. Anyway, as of now, Colson for the boy is going. They are leaning toward Colson Lane. Colson, Colsonlane, Colson Lane. For the girl, they want to name her Olivia and call her Livy, and they hadn't picked out a middle name for her if it's another girl. But if it's a boy, they're leaning toward Colson Lane. But I mean, all that can change, by the time he or she gets here. And I'm not even going to try to guess if this one's a boy or a girl because I miss Taylor so bad. And I just knew Taylor was having a little girl. And of course, here comes Lincoln. So I was just like, I'm not even going to try to guess this one. I got my wisdom tooth pulled and I did good, but I'm hoping he'll do okay. Well, we'll pray for him and that he does okay and everything goes well. I had these two teeth pulled not too long ago. Y'all remember when I had to go and get these pulled, and I was kind of fretting it, not really wanting it. And it went really, really well. I mean, I was in and out of him pulling. Now, of course, we had to fill out the papers and do all that. But actually, in the chair where he was pulling my teeth, I was in and out of that chair in 20 minutes. And I was done. And one of them was broke off. So he had to do a little more than he did with the one that he could just pull. Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, I like them. And my Matt loves the name Olivia, but he's not too fond of Livy. Well, I like Livy. I was like, Matt, that's a beautiful name. I said, I like Olivia, but I like the fact that Haley wants to shorten it to Livy. I like that. I like that name. We don't have an Olivia in our family that I know of. We don't have a Colson that I'm aware of. So I'm glad that my children are choosing names of that we don't have it already in our family because Anne, my cousin, she and I worked on the family tree for years. And every time someone either passes away or is born, she adds their name to the family tree. Can you imagine on the family tree where it has Matt's birthday 12/30, Berkeley's birthday 12/30, Lincoln's birthday 12/30? I know in years to come they're going to say that has to be a mistake. There's no way all those people in the same family were born on the same day. But in the family tree, it's going to show 12/30, 12/30, 12/30. Olivia with an O instead of A. Olivia. I might have been saying it in the southern way. I've been getting rid of stuff. I need to take out my old plastic shelf and replace it with my new one. I'm hoping to be able to do that Saturday. I'm behind in my journal writing. I think of sticking random things in the days pages I missed and make half of it a glue book. That sounds like fun. Olivia with the O, Olivia. Uh, I don't know how they would spell Livy because they spell Berkeley with two E's, like Berklee. Not like the college, but so they may spell it a little different than what I would think they would spell it, but I don't know yet. That's the thing about Matt and Haley. They don't reveal a lot. Now, if I ask Matt, he will tell me because I asked him, I said, have y'all decided a middle name for the child yet? And he told me Lane. Now, if I ask him, he'll tell me, but he don't volunteer information. Now, Taylor, on the other hand, she will come and just tell me stuff. You know, it might be that way. It might be that way, Claudette. I don't know. I like that because Berkeley's ends in EE. Hers could end in EE. That would be cute. My granddaughter named her son Wesley because of the Princess Bride, even though in the movie it's Westley. Okay, nice. When I started trying to think of a name for my children, you have to think. You don't think how serious it is until you have a child and you're thinking, now this child's gonna have to live with this name the rest of its life. I don't want to do an injustice to this child. I'm going to try to do justice. And it's hard to think that you got to give a human being a name that they're going to carry the rest of their life. You don't want something they can be picked at school, joked about. But Taylor, I was like, Taylor, don't ever say that again. Lincoln had pooped in his diaper and she said, come on, Stinky Linky or Stinking Lincoln or something like that. I said, do not say that again. Do not say Stinking Lincoln. She said, Mama, I was just playing. I said, I don't care. I can just hear the kids at school calling him Stinking Lincoln, and I would just lose it. Yeah, I'd rather have fun in my journal because it's gotten boring with all the writing I do because I keep comparing myself to someone else who I write a lot, and I can't do that with all my family struggles going on. Well, journaling is good. Olivia Newton-John, she went by Livy. Really? I didn't know that. Now that's interesting. I'll have to tell Haley, which Haley may know it. I did not know that. Thank you for that. And she spelled it with a Y. I like the two V's. I do like the two V's. I like something unique, something different. Sometimes she calls him Dub. James calls Lincoln, how you doing, Abe? Spot me a $5, because Abraham Lincoln's on a $5 bill. I need a $5 bill, Abe. That's what he calls Lincoln. You're not talking too much, Lynn. That's fine. Yeah, I said, Taylor, don't ever say that again. Journaling is good, but when you write so much, your wrist hurts. It's not fun or good. So that's why I'm going to decorate the pages, blue book the pages I missed. Nice. Yeah, Abe. I was talking to him. He and I were here, Lincoln, and I talked to him like I'm talking to you. And I told him one day, I said, Lincoln, your pop is calling you Abe. Now, I know you're not going to really understand it unless your mama or I explain it to you when you get older. But when you start school, your teacher's going to be teaching you about Abraham Lincoln. And it's going to dawn on you like, wait a minute, my pop calls me Abe. And it's going to dawn on you that that's why your pop calls you Abe, is because of Abraham Lincoln. But it's really not because of Abraham Lincoln, but that's why James does it. But that's not why he's named Lincoln. But the $5 he'll get later when he starts learning about money. I call him Lincoln Log. That's what I call him. Every time I see him, I say, "Come here, Lincoln Log. Come to Gigi." I know I'm 25. I still have wrist pain when I write so much, and then my neck hurts too when I look down for too long. I got a tight muscle in my neck that hurts when I look down too long. Yeah, you got to be careful about stuff like that. You don't want to. You don't want to write uh too long. Need to take a break. Take a break. Take a break. Take a break. Oh, but anyway, I want y'all to know that I love you all and there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm going to get off here and let y'all go. And I will be putting out a video. Please stop by and view it. Share me out. I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad that you come over to join my live. I'm so happy I have you in my neighborhood. Bye, neighbors. See y'all later. Till next week.